Thank you very much. I'll speak in English because I prepared in English, and I'm the only lady in this panel, so I can do whatever I can. Okay. First of all, I'd like to brief everyone that UNDP in Egypt is a lead agency in biodiversity. We are one of the few donors who work in nature conservation. However, we don't just work on nature conservation. Our work is always linked to local communities. We do not work in vacuum. Of course, there's our government counterpart, which we work together with, but the local communities in the different areas are the main people that we work with, who we benefit from, and they benefit from nature conservation at the same time. So what have we been doing lately that is successful in coral reef protection and sea level rise? We managed to mainstream biodiversity into the tourism sector, which was not easy. Usually they are competitors or they work against each other. And for the first time, the Minister of Environment and the Minister of Tourism were sitting around the same table discussing how we can encourage tourism, but in a sustainable manner. And this was a success story that was implemented by UNDP. We even managed to do some guidelines which were followed by the Ministry of Tourism, such as ecology guidelines, what to do and what not to do when you're in a hotspot in like Marsa Alam. Wadi Gimayl is a protected area, which is the Valley of the Camels, Ras Mohammed in South Sinai. So this was also good guidelines that were followed by the Ministry of Tourism. Keeping in mind that the Ministry of Tourism plans to increase tourists to Egypt by 2030 by 20%. So that's quite a number that will indeed have an effect on the biodiversity in the different areas, especially in hotspots. We worked with the Green Fins. The Green Fins is a certification scheme that is given to divers so that they can be able to take tourists to certain hotspots and know what they have to do to protect the areas. So only now in the Red Sea area and in South Sinai, the only divers that can go out are those that are certified as Green Fins. So this is a way of protecting the coral reefs in the two areas. His Excellency Dr. Khalid Mubarak referred to the Green Sharm project, which is implemented by UNDP. We're turning the Sharm el-Sheikh into a green city by having renewable energy, waste management, and of course the protection of the biodiversity in 3 protected areas, Ras Mohammed, Abu Galoum, and Nab. So far it has been successful. We have a mooring system in place so that we can monitor the conditions of the coral reefs in the area. We also managed to have an integrated coastal zone protection. This is in the North Coast. This is mainstreaming the coastal zone management plans for the North Coast, linking it with the shoreline protection from sea level rise into national development. So what are we doing? We are installing 69 kilometers of sand dune dikes with local materials along hotspots in the Nile Delta. The protection of coastal ecosystem not only defends infrastructure, but also supports fisheries, tourism, and community resilience. Last but not least, we have just started a project for coral reefs in the Red Sea area. This is along the coastline from Hurghada right down to Wadi Gimayl, which is quite a large area. With the Minister of Environment announcing this area as a Grand Frenching Reef, it's going to be easier for us to implement the project. What are we doing? We are going to create a fund for coral reef protection. This is a blended financing fund. UNDP is putting $5 million as seed money, and we hope to attract funds from donors, from governments, from private sector. We have the full commitments of the government. This is going to be a private fund, so it will not be under the supervision of the Ministry of Environment. They will be on the board. It will be run by a board of directors who will oversee this fund. What kind of fund is it going to be? Is it going to be an NGO? Is it going to be something else that we don't know about? It's currently under studies, and we will know very soon the kind of fund that will be. We have already have commitments from donors who are ready to invest in this fund for the coral reef protection. Of course, the local communities are a big part of this project. We will have incubators. These incubators will help the local community. Small projects that they can implement along these lines without harming the environment and as a sustainable livelihoods for the people living in this area. Our partners in this project is the Coral Reef for the Global Fund for Coral Reef. From the local, we're going to have HIPCA work with us, Abu Gusum, which is a local NGO, the local communities, the Ministry of Environment, and of course, a lot of donors from other places. This is what I wanted to brief everybody about regarding our work in coral reefs and biodiversity. Thank you. What I can comment on is that the importance of co-management, working with the local communities for the protection of the environment. Without the local communities' participation, it will be difficult. And the idea is not just that they protected, we have to inform them about how they can also benefit from the protection of the environment. This is what we call the community-based natural resource management أو مشاركة المجتمع المحلي في الحفاظ على البيئة والاستفادة منها. So this has been successful. We had the first implementation we had was in St. Catherine, and it was very successful, and now it's being replicated in other protected areas. And in fact, we have a manual now that can be used internationally, not just nationally. Last but not least, we work with women. I think they're the poorest of the poor in and around the protected areas. We teach them how to do crafts. So these are the people that we should be investing in so that we will be able to protect our environment. Lastly, I would like to tell everyone that we have 30 protected areas in Egypt. Each protected area is very unique in its way. UNDP has been trying to save these protected areas for the past years and more to come. I wish that you could spend some time enjoying the place, snorkeling in Ras Mohammed here if you have the time. Visit Neb, visit Abu Galoum, the Blue Hole. South Sinai has 5 protected areas, so please take the time and enjoy it. Thank you.